Am I the only person that wants to buy something just because everyone else is doing it, but no, it's not worth it? Calm your wallets down, guys. I know that stimmy just came in. What's going on with you guys? TheCaliEffect, king of games here, and today I'm gonna be telling you guys what exactly not to do with your stimmy check. I know guys, the cool Gray 11s come out in December, and then there's still that PlayStation 5 you need to get, but hear me out, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Yu-Gi-Oh cards remind me of what my middle sister does with her tax money. She gives it to her boyfriend in an elaborate scheme to flip it, and it never comes back. And the reason why it never comes back is because they don't know how to flip it. They not a chef in the kitchen. In this video, I'm gonna be giving you cards that you should avoid so you don't wind up like my little sister's boyfriend with no money from that stimulus check. So of course, if taking L's isn't your type of thing to do, and you always want to take a W when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh investment, be sure to destroy that subscribe button, but also hit that notification bell so you can stay strong. Without further ado, let's jump on in. So a card that has spiked up in price due to the forbidden list, but we're going to avoid it like the walking plague, is XX Saber Gothams. XX Saber Gothams is a card that made its debut in the Ancient Prophecy set, which allows you to tribute an X-Saber monster to rip a card out of your opponent's hand. The reason why X Saber Gothams went up in price is because Virtual World lost true king of all calamities, and players are looking for an alternative win condition. With this card inside of the Virtual World deck, players can rip up to 3 cards out of your opponent's hand before they can start their turn. And unless you went second, then I think it's kind of useless. Now I can see the appeal to buying X Saber Gothams and playing it inside of your Virtual World deck, but the problem actually is that's not a viable win condition in 2021. Maybe if this was like 2016 or something where card combos required 3 to 4 cards in your hand, then it would be viable, but we're in an era where 1-card combos exist. Not only that, I strongly feel that Virtual World players will find a better sustainable way to play the deck without using X Saber Gothams, which means that you could be falling yourself into a pitfall. XX Saber Gothams rose from $3 to its Gothams price at $10 a pop. I think even if you are playing the Virtual World strategy, this is a card you should avoid because it won't be prosperous inside of competitive builds. In actuality, every single card in this list has been impacted by the forbidden list. Cards have gone up to astronomical numbers due to the list coming out, and these are cards you should strictly avoid. Coincidentally, Delorean, Tiger King of the Ice Barrier, is one of those cards. It just got its reprint inside of the structure deck Ice Barriers. Like, why did they make that structure deck again? Were they trolling us? But Delorean is a card that shouldn't have been on the forbidden list in the first place. The reason why I'm saying this is because Delorean was actually a part of a loop or an FTK. It was a part of something, a combo that was really important that nobody really remembers. And that's what got it limited on the forbidden list. Now that Delorean has been rightfully so eroded to not be able to interact how it did previously, it's a card that doesn't deserve to be on the list. So the big question is, why is Delorean, Tiger King of the Ice Barrier $50 for a dual terminal print? I think that the answer is fairly simple. Niggas just want to buy cards. This is a dumb stimmy buyout, guys. Delorean has never been a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh card in the TCG shores, was on the forbidden list and nobody even cared about it, now comes off of the list with an errata to make it not worthy of being on the forbidden list, and y'all want to buy it out? Please tell me this is ridiculous. With the anticipation of Rocket Dragon Link being the best deck in Yu-Gi-Oh, players have decided to buy out Buster Dragon, which I don't know how to feel about this. Not too long ago, I made a video of destroying my locals with Buster Blader. And as you can see, it went amazing, guys. What Buster Dragon does, ironically, is turn all of your opponent's monsters into dragon monsters. And if you're playing Dragon Link, they're already dragon. But the Buster Fusion monster allows you to negate all of your opponent's monsters on the field that are dragon and can inflict piercing damage as well as gain attack. This has made Buster Dragon shoot up to its $50 price point, which I think is a pretty decent price for a card that is old as it is. Now there is a few reasons why you should avoid Buster Dragon at its $50 price point. If I ain't never seen a reprint coming around, this would be it. Not only that, the Buster Dragon strategy wouldn't be effective against back row heavy decks like Eldritch. We've already seen how that worked. Not only that, with the way that the meta is turning, the Buster Dragon strategy is going to be easily outed by cards like Forbidden Droplets and Dark Ruler No More, or just strategies that don't rely on their monster effects and instead will use their spells and traps to be able to advance forward. I think that this is a card that you should avoid buying, but if you really want to play the Buster Blader deck, or your locals just so happens to be filled with Rocket Dragon Link, then be my guest, go ahead and try. But hey, if you want to drop 50 a pop on Buster Dragons, I got a binder full if you want to buy them. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with making free money. Now, one of the more hilarious buyouts to have happened just recently was True King's Return being bought out because he came off the Forbidden list to Unlimited. This was the highlight of True Draco's players' days in like years, that we actually have an expensive card. Don't get me wrong, True King's Return is a pretty good card. It allows you to special summon a True Draco or a True King monster from your graveyard to the side of the field. Monsters like Dynamite the True Draco Fighter, because we need multiple copies of that card. You hear where I'm getting at? I need more copies! Unfortunately, I'm telling you to avoid True King's Return is because its $12 price tag is just not worth it. I think that True Dracos are an excellent deck and would be better with Dynamite, but I'm gonna keep going forward. But if you're looking to buy and sell this card for a profit, then you're probably in the wrong market. Players aren't currently moving off of the deck that they currently own to play a True Draco deck that still has Diagram and of course Dynamite to one. I don't think that this will be a necessary investment or even a card to necessarily want to get right now when you can wait for a little longer and get it for cheaper. And the last card I think is just a completely terrible buyout is Saber Angel I be dating you if you're cute enough. Saber Angel Idaten is a level 6 ritual monster whose effect reads, you can ritual summon this card with Machine Angel Ritual. If this card is ritual summoned, you can add one ritual spell from your deck to your hand. If this card is tributed, you can make all ritual monsters you control gain 1,000 attack or defense. Basically what Saber Angel Idaten is supposed to do is replace the 2 copies of Saber Angel Benton by being a Saber Angel monster that Natasha can banish, as well as getting you ritual spells from your deck or graveyard to your hand. That's cute. The problem with the Jaitron strategy is that it's just not great right now. Even before the Forbidden list, Jaitron has struggled severely. I personally wouldn't even consider it a tier 1 deck before the Forbidden list, but now losing Saber Angel Benton and Union Carrier, that pretty much hurts its chances of being competitive right now. It almost feels like there's no purpose to play Jaitron right now. They don't necessarily offer something different than other multiple negation type boards, and they are a deck that are very easy to side against, as well as having hand traps that go against their core identity. With that being said, that could very much change in the near future, but not only is Saber Angel Idaten a bad pickup at $10 a copy, Jaitrons in total just aren't good right now, so it would make no sense to actually buy cards centered around it. At least cards that shot up in price, especially when there are lower rarities available. Well, that is all that I have for cards that you should avoid. Hopefully you use your stimmy money for something productive, like to fix your car or pay off a debt or buy more Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And if you do, it's hopefully not these cards. They're not worth the investment. Of course, if you want to see more TheCaliEffect content, go ahead and check out these, as I'll catch you on the next video.